I'm a big fan of your husband. Govind, I thought...
That's the two of us. Suddenly she's like, I need to hug you. Because it took her that much time to realize that I'd actually said yes.
Physical appearance is the least on their minds.
Correct.
Hey, nahi. Hi, this is Meghna.
Hi, this is Deepika Padukone and
And
you're
you're
watching
watching
Bollywood
Bollywood
Hungama.
Hungama.
Keep on watching.
Keep on watching.
It's an interview that I've been really looking forward to. It's a film, I think, which is very important. From the promo, we can gauge what the vibes are. And we have with us the principal team of the film, Deepika Padukone, and director Meghna. Gulzar. Pleasure having you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Why did you feel the need and the urge to make this film?
You know, when you realize that how frequently acid attacks happen in our country, and it's a crime which is as horrific and sometimes more as rape, but it doesn't have the same presence in public consciousness as rape does. It becomes important to talk about it and bring it into public consciousness.
I'm a big fan of your husband. Govind, I thought...
That's the two of us.
Seriously, I think he makes so much sense.
Yeah.
When you were narrated the script, what was the reaction like, and did you have apprehensions about the way the context... I'm sure that a lot of people must be asking you that question,
Yeah.
but still.
So as far as the decision to do the film was concerned, it was instant. Even though I was looking at doing a film at that time last year when Meghna came, and when I was, lining up a bunch of meetings and I was meeting different writers and directors, Meghna was also aware that I would ideally like to do something that's more contemporary, maybe a love story. And at the same time, I also knew that, looking at her last two films at least, she tends to do films that are meaningful. So I was like, sure, but I'll still take a meeting with Meghna Gulzar, of course. So she walked in, and those moments for me are so clear. The movie experience might be a blur, but that moment when she walked into my office and we did our first meeting, those moments I'll never forget. She walked in very, like, she doesn't speak much, she's very, like, somber. She comes in, she opens her laptop and she's like, ready? Yes, ready. And then she starts reading, and in literally 2 scenes, I looked at her and I said, I found my next film, I'm doing this. So she looked up and she said, what? I said, yeah, I'm doing this. I mean, we can continue if we have to continue, but I'm doing this film. And so the decision to do that was instant.
When we continued talking,
Then
and I realized, oh God, I need to get up and hug her, which happened like 15 minutes later, because
She
realization that...
So we were talking, and then suddenly she's like, I need to hug you. Because it took her that much time to realize that I'd actually said yes. Because I think maybe in her mind she felt like it was a long shot for some reason. This is how I've made my decisions. I don't process too much. I don't think too much. I'm very instinctive. The minute I see, and I'll tell you, Faridoon, for me, it was also the honesty with which she was narrating it to me. I could see the honesty in every pore of her body. I could tell that she is someone who will, of course, she has a very compelling and interesting and exciting story to tell, but she's also going to do equal justice to it. Both of those things are so important. Sometimes as an actor, you come across great subjects and stories, but somewhere you're like, I'm not sure if this director will be able to do full justice to it. This was just like, I could just see the honesty in her eyes, and I was like, this is it. She couldn't, fathom it for the longest time. She was like, I can't believe it and whatever. But there was never any doubt in my mind. Not once did I think about my appearance. How am I going to look? What are people going to say? How have I been perceived for so many years? What is, I didn't do it when I came out with my story with depression, and I haven't done it now. And people call this decision brave. I don't think there's anything brave about it. I just think that as an actor, I found it extremely engaging, exciting, and of course the fact that it's a very important story to tell.
I was watching the TED Talk of Lakshmi. What I found very interesting, apart from a lot of things, was that I felt that she's redefining the idea of beauty.
Yes.
The confidence level and the fact that she's not conscious now at all, actually, and maybe she's more self-assured now than maybe what she was at the age of 15.
Yes, that's true.
Was it something that was important for you?
I don't know whether, most people will believe it when we say this, but the whole physical aspect of an acid survivor never came into play in the grammar of our film. The physical aspect only came in when we had to create a prosthetic look.
Yeah.
But did that physical aspect impact the characterization? Did it impact how other characters would react? It didn't play a factor. That we were now going to be redefining the concept of beauty is an additional thing that this film is
Byproduct,
doing.
yeah.
We never intended that. Because our experience with these girls is that physical appearance is the least on their minds.
Correct.
है ही नहीं, उनमें नहीं.
Why do you think that happens?
That's because they have so many other larger issues to deal with, which hopefully through this film we will bring to light. I think the most obvious thing for us as society is that we assume and imagine that the biggest issue for them is probably their appearance. We are assuming that. It's not. They have far larger issues on a daily practical issues that they're having to deal with just to get past a regular day, and all of that, of course, is what the film will also talk about.
So her father passed away at a certain point of time in her life, but she still remembers whatever he told her, and that has helped her in a way in just dealing with life in general. So do we see all those things as well? The father.
Yes, so I mean, the timeline of the film is such that we're looking at her life at the point where acid violence first came into the forefront in public consciousness was immediately after the Nirbhaya case, when public opinion and the mood of the public was extremely volatile because the tolerance for violence against women was just over by then, that this needs to stop. That's when acid violence also came into the forefront. So the timeline of the film is during that period, by which time her father had passed away. But you do go into the past and visit her life, where you see her father's influence and support in her life.
While it certainly rests on Lakshmi's journey, the film also throws light on many others like her. While she was the pioneer and while she's been at the forefront of it and has almost, like you said, redefined a lot of the things that come with acid violence. The film also, and we have some real life survivors in the film as well, who are acting with me in the movie. So it kind of throws light on it as even at a much larger level.
She also mentioned an interesting aspect that even though acid has been banned as per the 2013
It's not been banned; it's
Supreme
been regulated.
Regulated that you need an ID card for purchasing it and you need a certain license for selling it as well. But still, it is available quite easily. But she said a very interesting thing that mainly what we as a society need to do is that we need to control the acid here, which I thought was fascinating. For such a young girl to even think from that perspective.
Should we just give you a full narration of our film?
Am I giving out spoilers?
No, not spoilers, but I mean certainly.
I'm finding it fascinating, to be honest. And
it's not like it's not like she's not been in the public eye, and it's not like people don't know. But I think a little bit of what Meghna's take on this whole film is that definitely I think we'd want to keep that mystery intact.
I'm sure.
So let me just say this, that when I met Lakshmi in 2016, when this idea first came to mind, she was not the Lakshmi that you know today. She was not the public speaker that she is today. She was still coming into her own and beginning her journey to be what she is today. So that is what you will see in the film. So don't go by the lens of what you see on the TED Talk. That's not Malti of Chhapaak. That's Lakshmi of TED Talk.
Right. So there's
Let me put it that way.
There's a journey and the growth.
She's also grown. She's also evolved. I think, like she said, what you're seeing is a lot more recent, whereas the film actually pans over
8 years.
I was going to say almost 10 years. Yeah.
Hi, this is Meghna.
Hi, this is Deepika Padukone, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Keep on watching.